Sim Racing Club just hosted its first ever oval race with the Indy 500, and I joined Jimmy Broadbent in the commentary booth for the event. I'll put the link to the full broadcast in the description below, but here's a few select highlights from the live stream. Enjoy.
And there we are, green flag here for the Indianapolis 500 as presented by SRC. Not a bad getaway there by Fernandez. The Van der Boot is going to go around the outside, still on the outside there of Fernandez going through 1 and 2. Fernandez there going to take a low line nice and early. As Curtis Kenyon moves up into third place, he's up on the high side though. Jose Capanoza just defending that low line. And now we're going to see the slipstream James Johnson as well in the background there, just ducking into the 15 car, into the slipstream. Very nice and careful on these early laps. Don't want to get involved in any incidents right now. Right at the start of the race, you see drivers being nice and cautious around each other right now. As Fernandez moves back into the lead to Van der Boot in second place, just holding on to that draft right now.
Casanovas on Woody into second. Atlantic run 1 and 2. Woody caught the back of Casanovas' tire. Casanovas turned in a little bit too quickly, take the outside line. Johnson's and Woody go side by side now into turn 2. No, they don't. Woody will take the full line. Atlantic run 1 and 2.
Aggressive early on now, trying to get into that deep into that slipstream. Wheeler into the inside, coming to free, goes to the inside nice and early, makes his intentions very clear. He's side by side, goes up the inside, almost looks at the guy in front. Contact there with Casanovas, which is going to send him wide, but no damage there. It seems to get away with that scot-free. But saying that, Casanovas loses 2 places back to 1 to Van der Boot and 1 to James Johnson. Johnson gets a nice run through 4 now into the slipstream. He's going to look at Buda now into T1, and a very quick, a very eventful first lap of early Troy as Johnson moves up into P2, going up the inside.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward because we have the fight for the lead here between Fernandez and Johnson right behind the lap cars of Hess and Nelson, as Fernandez to the inside of Hess, Johnson to the inside of Hess. It goes okay, 3 and 4 through the inside of Hess as well. Fernandez now getting a draft by Nelson out of turn 2. Johnson behind Fernandez, losing a little bit of pace, but he'll tuck in behind Nelson. Fernandez loses the draft, goes to the inside of Nelson. Johnson still with the draft from Nelson, a little bit, tucks in behind, will take the inside of Nelson. So they will clear the traffic and the gap. Fernandez got a little bit of a break there, I believe. Johnson a little bit more hesitant through traffic. Wude goes through Nelson. And, and that's Casanovas actually hit the back of Nelson. Casanovas has hit the back of Nelson. He's lost his front wing. So from P4, Jose Casanovas has lost his front wing in P4, just started the lap. This is going to be a long lap from Casanovas. Keep it out of the wall, but he's going to have to pit. P4 has lost his front wing. And Milan right behind him. I'm curious how this is going to go because Casanovas does not have a front wing, so his cornering speeds are going to be really good. Looking at further back, Coates looking at Milan for P5, not going to happen. Wuda into second. And almost spins it. Caught a little bit of the apron, did Wuda into turn 3. Almost spins it. Johnson has to lift because of it. Johnson behind in P3 now. Looking back at second the spot. He just held Johnson to the inside of Wuda. Side by side now as they run down to 1. Wuda on the outside. They're exactly identical. Track is just side by side as Johnson takes the inside. Wuda will have to tuck in behind. Coates and Milan get by Casanovas while that was going on as well. So Coates and Milan. Coates actually got by Milan as well.
Oh, up the inside goes Borja Milan there of Curtis Kenyon. Back to the front of the field, and yes, Carlos Fernandez is enjoying a little bit of a lead.
Very nice move between teammates. Neither of them losing much time there, but Barclay was the faster car, and now McDonald is actually taking a run at Milan as well. So Milan will move back down to 4. Well, they touch actually. McDonald and Milan had a little bit of contact. Milan into the wall, but A-OK as Shane Burke almost runs in the back of Milan as well. So a little bit awkward. McDonald and Milan not as smooth as Barclay and Milan. And with that, Burke had to slow way up, and Jake Hall and Florian Coates are looking at him as well. So Jake Hall will go through on Burke, and Coates to the inside. Coates, of course, the leader of the lap 25 pit stop strategy. And Guardia looking all over the back as well. So these guys around 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, they are all tucked together. Coates to the inside of Burke. Sorry, Hall does not make the move stick.
This goes to show them what a lack of momentum can do to you. Shane Burke goes from 7th to 9th very quickly there as Jake Hall and Coates both get through there. Jake Hall having another bad run so far, but Sam McDonald arguably the winner of that. He's up to 5th position now, but a bit of a gap now between 4th and 5th as Nico Bartley locks into the back of Curtis Kenyon going down the back straight. Johnson and Fernandez, a little bit of a gap there as a car slow inside it. I think that might be Darryl Russell, but we'll get an eye on that in a second. But Curtis Kenyon a little bit loose out of 3 there. They're coming from 4, and right up behind Curtis Kenyon now is Nico Bartley. Then dive into 16. It's Curtis Kenyon! into the grass, into the pit lane though. This might not be a caution, we'll see. He's actually at the exit at the start of pit entry right now. Curtis Kenyon, don't back onto the track, Curtis.
Yeah.
Trying to get it turned around.
I don't think it'll be a caution if he can just get recovered and get in the lane, but Curtis Kenyon a little bit too aggressive on the inside line. Nico Barkley's move up in the third was pressuring him and hounding him through a couple of turns there.
What he does, he just, I think Angeloni goes into the back of him, knocks him to the left, hits more on the inside, comes back across the circuit and tags Angeloni and catches, I think that's Shane Burke as well in the mix as well. So another caution. They nearly made it to a quarter of the race, but another caution.
Safety car is going to peel into the lane. Coates is going to lead. Darrell Russell did not have to get the wave by, so Darrell Russell is actually the first car on track, and he's technically the one setting the pace. It is green now. Coates to the inside. Roner to the outside of Coates. Coates and Roner are going to go side by side into T1. Roner on the outside, not able to do it. Bekulski and Fernandez come in behind as well. We have some lap cars mixed into this as well. Roner and Coates for the lead of this race. Roner all over the back of Coates and goes to the inside. Roner takes P1 on track, has plenty of momentum gain over Coates. Coates going to have to sit in second. Roner will take the full line into third. Fernandez in fourth on track. We have a lap car in the middle, so that's what you're seeing there. Bekulski not far back in third, but Roner takes it on track. Roner into P1.
Delivery there. And
P4, Nico Barkley going to go for two. No, goes too wide behind Woody. Not able to do it on Boris Bekulski, and he does back off, but Woody got a nice move on Bekulski coming into turn 3. Bekulski over the back of him going in through turn 4. That slow momentum gave Nico Barkley a huge slingshot to catch the draft and almost went 3 wide with him into T1. Barkley now to the inside of Bekulski. Side by side as they go down. Bekulski's got the complete line as he had the draft from Woody as Barkley went to the inside to overtake him. Bekulski gets a great draft through him. Side by side with Woody now. Barkley just spectator at this point, but he will have the cleanest run and the draft. Woody caught out wide from the inside, and Woody will lose the spot as well. Woody no draft and a wider line, not able to get the speed coming out of the corner, but Woody the one with the draft right now. Barkley not able to have the straight line speed because Woody had the draft from Bekulski. Woody around the outside will maintain from Nico Barkley. I think he did tap the wall there, though, as well, so Barkley will have to settle for 6th for the moment.
John Gandardia on track right now without a rear wing. He's coming up. He's just coming through T2, it seems here, so he's on the track now.